Okay, our 1 million elements, 600 or so buildings, has a successful new strategy of just baking all in 4 large multiprocessor, and then we solve the need to link back and just let it decouple and just then do a stream now. So it's all in 20 or so minutes for 1 million city to all get baked, and then it begins to detect now buildings that are close by within 300 meters, and then we see how oh, it detected one, this office. So let it do it. It went into the other discipline because it got too close within 50 meters. Otherwise you just do the architecture and the structure. Then you pan the camera around to look for the next building. So we just let it play out. Basically the idea is that you give the user a fly-through experience. Of course you can stop the streaming, you can make auto shredding as buildings get too far away, or you can individually shred it because there is a limit, 300,000 elements for it to hold, and usually it will crash. But because we are using a federated database model, we compile things, we can design buildings through such a compiler designer. I take all this as Rosetta Stones to sort of set the rules for the compiler to train itself on. No, I'm not building an AI. It's not an LLM. This is a deterministic, we call it dependency compiler, and it follows all the IFC schema. So but because it's a database, you can do all these things here, which I've shown in other movies. So it must fulfill the structure and architecture and leave this alone. This the hospital, unless you fly into the hospital, it will do so. This is a shadow building boxes of the R3, so you can go and look into anything you want. Like this finish, we can stop, we can let me do something like let me get to this office, but it's streaming, so I can hold it. This thing is a lag. Okay, I can hold it. I can go to another building. Oh, it's already been done. Let me just see if there's anything else in the vicinity. Okay, let me get to this region. There is a terminal here, and this is a very large LTU, so let's see how it behaves. But I can try to get to this building by, let me go back, let me go to, let's say, Amolio. Where is that? Okay, it's here. I can begin the let me position myself more in the center, and that should be good enough. Alright, and then begin streaming and see what happens. It should detect this will be put on pause. Right now, this is called the speedometer. It's very small, so you get its architecture and structure first. It's already lagging because it has made so many other buildings in this whole scene, but just let it go on. I can make an auto shred. Okay, let me push an auto shred. Let me stop. Okay, auto is on, so you continue doing, and you try to shred the other building. That's my AI helping. So most important is to keep logs to see how it's behaving. Yes, a 200,000 budget, so it's within it. Is how it managed. You can change all this. I'm going to put this in as a config JSON properties to do it. It's supposed to pan the camera as it finish. Yeah, it is panning, and it start to slowly go around a 300-meter radius. This is a demonstration of close to 700 buildings. So You can always stop, like I said, and then pan around, and then you can bake many buildings as you do so. So yes, move to this. So this is a latest improvement to the whole project for Bonsai Blender BIM for community. So if I reiterate as I done in the other videos, first improvement is this database federation to give spatial SQLite scalability and fast performance to the IFC schema, which otherwise is not scalable. Okay, the schema is beautiful, it's perfect, it captures everything, but it cannot scale without a database to control it, contain it. Next is the use of the big of any project. Here I have the 700 over buildings, okay, 3 hospital and so forth. They're all blended within 20 minutes. You use a very fast, it's not geometric nodes, that doesn't work. So what it does is we use the concept of okay, this mesh from a database. The blocks from the database is directly baked into the blend in the background. So by passing the bottleneck, it is done in the background, and now it's calling out in the streaming without linking, without pre-linking. It just link on demand. Okay, so I've auto on. As it does this, it will close the others. Let me just pause this a bit so that you can see all the how many buildings it has done. So it will close the others if I were to take a look around. Okay, so those further ones is the one that can I move things here? Okay, I'm not sure. Let me get to that building. Let me get to the LTU. That's the large one, and then we'll stop there. Okay, it is kind of lagging a bit. Okay, let me get to the LTU. This is the large one, and if I were to turn on streaming, you can see that this will really pan cam to stream. Okay, so you will capture on this one, and this is the challenge because it's 126,000 elements in there. Most of it is so you will auto shred other buildings to give to return the budget. Okay, so it unlink the other, it auto shred Revit, I think, before you will give attention to this. So it's hard work. There it is. It has already recognized the LTU a house. This from, I think, Australia, of Auckland or something. I took a lot of IFC and make them as Rosetta Stones. So lag is auto shredding. Now it will focus on the architecture and structure. These are so many elements, so it will avoid that. Okay, so it's doing this. It will take shape. I can put on clear mode. Let me put on clear mode so that it removes the bounding box. Yeah, you can see very quickly. Yes, done so. And do I have control? It's still streaming. Let me see. Where is the full background? I cannot see it. Turn up. I still cannot see it. How many? Where is the extent? I believe yes. It's still doing it. But this is the fastest it can go. This is really a back-breaking 126. Usually this is broken into different disciplines to be loaded by anybody who try it on BlenderBIM. So you see, I'm not even save it to show that after baking you could easily save a new one from fresh. You don't have to rework, no crashing and so forth. So we auto freshing. The background is not good enough. The background is not good. Anyway, this is all programmable. It's on open source, and you can get description in the and also okay, yes, move to another one, because the R3 is off, you cannot see what is there, but I think he has a bad view of things. So let's see if he's moving around. It's a 300 media. Oh, went to a sample castle. If I could just stop the streaming a while and move it. Where's the castle? So let's start again. I have no idea which one is the castle. The castle is the one behind here. So let me stop that again. That's it. It is supposed to make, the camera is supposed to be how you call, cinematic, and give the sense of a fly through. Okay, let me end on the good note to turn things around. The sample castle. Okay, this is the castle. Perhaps let me see where's the horizon. Okay, it's over there. Let me move a bit to the center and get down and start the streaming again to see what it detects in this 300 meters space. It's still doing the castle over the other side. Maybe it's still within the 300 meters, but then it will move someone else. It's a pen camera. Yeah, it's got to this guy. Oh, it's back to the LTU house. It was shredded before, so no, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to redo that, just to demonstrate. Where am I? Let me get more to the center. I believe you still do that house is within. It's gone someone else. That's good. That's good. So let it do that for a while to see what it gets. So it's rather dynamic, and that's what you want. Okay, it's going for another one, which is just architecture. This is the one next to it. So what it does is that the camera will try to move like a normal person. You will not jump across to the other side. You keep doing things within a 300 meter radius to give a fly-through effect, without using a obviously overpriced machine. What more with licensing? This is all free in Blender open source. Hope the community can take my code and improve and share back if you think it's worth it. You do write to me, and I really enjoy this because ERP is boring. Playing with this is fun. I keep tweaking this day and night for hours on end. Oh yeah, there's so many of these copies. There's nearly 700 buildings. So it's fun to just watch it, sit here and so watch things grow. These are all blended, mind you. These are all blended. I showed you in the directory, and that they you see the camera hopping rather intuitively, it's like a user walking through. It's just that it's backward. I believe you should turn the camera around. I can tell it to turn the camera around later, but you want to give you a sense where you're going to, even though backwards. So doing more of this, but I'll just leave it and see where it goes. So it will hop from building to building. You build the whole city, but it will auto shred. So it will shred of things that are too far away. But because these are very low density, it's look at it, 100 settling 22,000. So these are only 55 elements, so it's easily built. Of course, I'm really testing it to the limits because I put in very huge IFCs and to demonstrate the versatility and the power of the Federation database. This library is an old method where you outright build things, but I have the streaming like I show you. No, I have the, let me show you what I meant. So I'm interrupting it. You will fly. You will fly to the. I can stop the streaming. You fly to LTU house. You just, I want to get to the other building. This is LTU house. It's still there. It's not been shredded. It's still holding. Let me show you things like the duplex. Okay, because the R3. Let me get back to the R3. I'm just telling you that you can do baking as I get in. Give me about 13 seconds. I got a lot of things, you see, been switched on, and it's still holding out in my Victus CPU. So you can see that you have this full and I would like to go to the duplex. Okay, so here's the duplex, and you can see that you can do things like let me show you. MEP is the things inside, and you can have a structure. Okay, and you can do it overnight and let it run on its own. Okay, so this is calling it individually. Actually, it's in the blend. It's in the blend. I'm programming and making sure that you should not do it individually here. Oh, it's doing the MEP. So it's doing the old way, but once it's been done, you can see all the rest coming up. So the very strategy we program into the whole thing, and I think this is finished. Okay, so this is a duplex, and if I were to, let's say, continue streaming, where is the oh no, it's not moving. I want to pan, yeah, on the pan things, and let me turn on the streaming. Yup, hang on. So it will then look around. I don't know why it seems transparent. Maybe because of the let me clear this, because the R3. But as you can see, yeah, so now it will begin streaming from duplex to duplex, and this is a sample house. So it's resuming. Let's see what it's jumping to next. All right, so let's see. Yeah. Right then, that's it. The latest. Have a nice year.